Hello, welcome to the final of What If Asta Had Light Magic? Whew. Can't believe we're already at the final. I still can't believe that. 11 weeks. Man, dude, I can't believe that. Um, if you've seen the post, you would already know my next What If. So, go on my channel. There's a post on there at somewhere on my post tab. I revealed my next What Ifs, if you're curious. Which will start next week. Um, as for by watching this, the 13th of October will be the beginning of New What Ifs, beginning with Asta. I'm not gonna say it because I want to keep that surprise for you. Um, I remember post on channel, uh, and also after this is uploaded, I'll be making uh, some probably the 11th. I hope so. At some point, I'll make these what ifs into a playlist. Um, right. I'll make them into a playlist. Okay. So yeah, I'll make them into a playlist. Um, after it's recorded, after it's posted, I'll make a hopefully in order playlist. Hopefully in order. Hopefully. uh, I hope it will be in order. I'm not promising anything. Um, but yeah, I don't. Well, follow me on socials. I'm gonna do the gross YouTube things. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. And comment. I know, gross, but please do. It truly helps. I'm not gonna say I'm forcing you to. I would appreciate if you would. You don't got to. Um, I would like you to subscribe because honestly, I want to get that number higher, dude. 100 people, man. Last time I checked, it was 102. Thank you all. Thank you all. I truly appreciate it. I know not everyone in that is subscribed to me um will watch this, but for the ones that have will watch this, thank you all. And thank you all for the new people. These videos will be up here forever, hopefully, unless I get taken down. Hope I won't. I want to stay here. I like YouTube. I like making these videos. Great pastime, dude. Dude, great pastime. And honestly, the schedule I'm on perfectly coexist to another schedule in my life. So, works out for me. Truly does. Um, yeah. Let's get into it. So, we can see Asta fly. Well, not even flying. Actually, no, he does fly. He can fly. Not really. He just teleports. He travels at light speed, but only in short distances. That's the way I made him not overpowered. He can only go in short distances for now, but when he gets older, yeah, he'll be able to travel through like several kilometers, several meters, dude. Um, yeah, several meters. Wait, it's just gonna get more powerful as he gets older, trains more. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. But yeah, anyways, he's heading back to the hideout, to the Clover Kingdom, right? Lord, that scared the crap out of me. A leaf fell from the above land, the sky. Team Sky for life. Yeah. If you know, you know. I'm not going for it. I'm not gonna explain it. If you know, you know. Um, but yeah, he would be heading back to the Clover Kingdom and his hideout. Well, the Black Bull's hideout, which is currently under attack by a member of the Dark Triad, the so-called kings and queen of the Spade Kingdom. In reality, they threw a coup over the true king and queen, and now they reign supreme over the Spade Kingdom. And what a surprise for Asta when he would arrive. The base would be in Rebel. His friends and the people who he called so close to family, minus a few members: Zora, Magna, Luck, Charmy. Noelle wouldn't be there. The captain, Yami Sukihiro, and Finral Recluse would not be there, but Vanessa, Gauche, Gray, Henry would all be bruised and beaten. Gauche is severely injured due to their attacker, this being Dante. And as Asta would arrive back, he would be met with this sight and the sight of their foe. Asta would say, as he would look between the two sights, he would say, as he would look at his new opponent, "You just pissed off the wrong guy." In an instant, he would have the light feather blade in his hand, and in another instant, he would be in front of Dante, slicing him open, faster than Dante can cooperate. At least, Asta thinks. He would slice him open within a matter of seconds. Dante would also have been launched back quite a few. What the hell? Quite a bit, as Asta would go back and check on his friends. He would say, "What happened?" And, "Oh yeah, I forgot Gordon. He's such an easy guy to forget, and I feel so bad because I love Gordon." Um, Vanessa would say, "That man appeared and did this," as she would bring her arm around and just like gesture towards well, their friends and base. Gray would be crying, trying to say, "Ghosh is in bad shape. I did the best I could." And Asta would say, "That's fine. Light healing magic. Heavenly shrine." A massive Torii gate like the size of a house, like a 2-story house, would cover his friends and the base, and light particles would fall down from it, healing the rest of the Black Bulls. And Asta would turn back, seeing Dante stand up, and he would say, "You wouldn't mind telling me who you are, would you?" And, well, the man we know as Dante of the Dark Triad, he would introduce himself to Asta, who would not know who he is. Well, not who he looks like. He knows the name of Dante, just not what he looks like. And Dante would say, "I am Dante." I don't know his last name. I also I don't know. He would say, "I am Dante of the Dark Triad, and you are." "I'm Asta of the Black Bulls, the man you're facing now. Divine Image." Um, Multiple clones of his would spread out. Um, Not surrounding the Black Bulls, but covering them. As Asta would walk forward, the clones would be protecting his friends. Okay, that's why he summoned them. He wanted it to fight him himself. The clones are just there to protect his friends. Right? As Asta walked forward, Dante would say, "Oh, are those gonna attack me too?" "No, they're just extra precautions. But I do know something that will." As in he would instantly disappear. As he would say, "Light magic, Griffin's sacred treasure." A massive beam of, light magic would fire out of Asta's hands, raining down upon this man, upon Dante. Dante would use his gravity magic to rip the ground up and over him to cover the blow. Asta would say, "Light reinforcement magic, angel's wings." Um, Multiple pairs of wings, like 8. Yeah, 8. Let's go with 8. 8 wing pair. Well, not pairs of wings, but 8 wings. 4 pairs of wings would grow on Asta's back, boosting his speed. Right, and then boom, he would end up behind him, slicing him again, and then boom, in front of him, slicing. Below him, slicing. Above him, slicing. He would slice him multiple times in different spots, as he would then get in front of him again and say, "Light creation magic, sacred light bow." As he would, boom, the arrow would fly. It would get blocked by the earth, but it would shatter the earth wall, going straight through, hitting Dante, send him flying. As Asta would catch up to him in an instant with its light feather blade in hand, slicing him down and back into the ground. connected to me? That's my question. Sorry. There's some. Oh, it's on my boot. Anyways, after, well, slicing him and hitting him into the ground, Dante would say, I'm done with this. I'm a very impatient man. Either give me the dark magic user, or all of you will perish. Asta would say, yeah, I don't even know where the captain is. And even if he was here, you'd go down even sooner. Light magic, divine tiger. The tiger would go around and, well, flank the man as Dante would send like a meteor, I guess. Yeah, a meteor. At it, it would just teleport on top of the meteor, running across it, diving back down, lunging on top of him, and it would start tearing apart. And then once it would get hit, it would boom, just explode in a flash of light, leaving Dante blinded, and for enough time for Asta to use a combo spell by himself. Combo light magic. Fey light show. Secret prayer. Secret prayer. Yeah. Secret Fey. I don't. It's not like a name thing. I'm not naming it. It's just a combo spell. Him using two spells at once. Fey light show and secret prayer. These would rain down on top of Dante, which would, you would think it would hurt him quite a bit. It would hurt him a lot, but it didn't do enough. Dante's body would be riddled full of, well, holes from the Fey light show, and the light spikes of secret prayer would be sticking out of his body, but he would still be standing there, and he would be laughing as he would just heal. As Asta would say, so the rumors are true. You're a devil. Oh, so you have done your research. Good. So you know about me. Dante would go into his 5% devil transformation way sooner than canon. Because realizing Asta is, well, first off, way faster than him. Second off, has way more magic power, well, than base Dante. But yet he has more power output, raw power output, and willing to go these distances just to take someone out. Dante usually makes his opponent fear him, give in to him. Asta just hurts his opponent until they either give up or is unable to do anything else. And especially with him being angry, you would think that would make him sloppier in his attacks. It would just make him more precise, more dangerous, and anything like that of above. His magic power would be releasing at a weirder altitude than usual. See, given even though Asta is of royalty, at least I can remember. I don't remember the lore. I can't remember my own lore, except for when I do. Even though he isn't of nobility, he is still a wielder of light magic, and he knows how to use it. After years of training with it, he knows his capabilities in and out. If he leaves himself open, either one, he left himself open, or he meant to. He isn't dumb. Well, for the most part. But for battle intuition, I don't know, he's pretty good. After many fights with strong opponents, you kind of get used to fighting stronger people than yourself, and people start to underestimate you. This is what Dante did, and it will be his biggest mistake. Underestimating a black bull and making someone angry beyond belief. Asta then again would, after seeing him transform, Asta would act immediately, going with a stronger spell. He would say, "Light magic, Eon rifle." Light magic would concentrate into his palm as he would bring it to the near his head, like his palm backwards to his head. As he would bring it through, slicing through Dante, his body would just reattach to the about half of middle stomach, and the upper half would just reattach. Dante would say, "You'll never do that again, because I can always rebuild myself. I have body magic, Asta. My magic is body manipulation magic. So you'll never be able to cut me down." Then gravity would start to push down on Asta. He would still be standing. He would just sink into the ground. He would not falter. He would try to raise his hand, but then it would just shoot down to the side. His friends would be also being pushed down, the light clones not being affected since they're not people. They're not they're also intangible. They're just plain out made of light. Um yeah. The light, well, the Torii Gate, the Divine Heavenly Shrine, is also not moving. It's also just made out of light, so gravity will not affect it. And Asta realizing this, he would turn his head quickly, seeing that the light constructs that he's made are not moving. He has realized that his magic can't affect light. Well then, I guess it's time for this. Light magic. Divine questioning. He would concentrate mana into an orb in front of him. Dante would be walking up all cocky until he would realize Asta used a spell. And it would be too late for him to move. But yet he would realize he can't take him out with these spells. But Asta just came up to the conclusion that, you know, if I get rid of his entire body, he can't come back. Which, given, great, good idea, great idea, like an awesome idea, which would technically work for Asta. I mean, yeah, he with divine questioning, being that it builds into a large spear and then lets off into a column of light too fast and too wide to dodge. It would probably get rid of a lot of them. The only thing that might be left is his boots. But we'll soon find out. After the smoke clears out of the spell, Dante's knees and below would still be there, but everything from above, besides a little like sliver of his head, would be gone. Grimoire still floating there, as the ashes would build back together Dante. Now, given I don't know, I don't think that's how that works in the anime or manga. I'm just making it happen because it would be awesome to see. um, but yet the ashes would rebuild him slowly, which that would give enough time for their captain Yami Sukahiro to arrive. As he would jump through the portal with Finral, Finral would run over to uh, his squad mates. That's the word. The spell, well, the gravity spell would still be pushing on them, but Dante would have a bigger problem. So he would let go of the bigger objects, the squad base. He would still keep a hold of Asta because he knows how dangerous he is. As Dante and Yami would fight. Dante's still in his 5% devil transformation form. He would amp it up to 10 to 15%. And after a while after that, 25, then 35, 40, 50. I believe that's as high as he went as in the anime, because I'm only going towards the anime. Now, when the Black Clover anime returns, I might amp up, well, do more parts. Like, a different final, right? Will be, but that will only be at the end of the anime, okay? And so until the new season of Black Clover ends, I won't be adding more parts to any Black Clover What If that I do. I will only go towards what is done within the first season of the anime. Okay, I want to let that be known. I want that to be known. Okay. Okay. So Asta would keep on trying to just walk, get up by any means. Which the Torigate still is healing his friends. He would still keep the clones there, just for extra precaution. He wouldn't let them, like, deactivate by any means. But yeah, he would step out of the hole. He would crawl out of the well, the gravity field, right? And he would, well, almost instantly join the fight with Yami, where Yami and him would fight for a long time after that, almost into the evening hours, until they would be both pushed back into a corner, both hurting now. Asta would say, "You want to try something? What is that? Hold on, let me check. Compound magic. Why not? Why not? Might as well. Okay. Compound magic. Bright moon. Dark sun." They would say this at the same time, as behind them, circles of orbs of dark and light magic would mix together as a different multitude of different attacks, like slashes out of this mixed light, orbs and spikes. There would be so many different attacks coming out of this, beams just raining down upon Dante until it would end. These two would be out of magic. Not really. They would be depleted, not fully, but they would still have magic. And Asta, knowing how to take mana out of the air and give it back to himself, he would do that. He would also give mana to his captain, Yami, as they would do a combo spell instantly after that. Union Magic, Dimensional Rifle. A combo of Eon Rifle being Asta's spell, and Dimensional Slash, which being Yami's spell. They would both do their attack. It would sort of mix together. The beam and the slash would both go down horizontally. I think that's vertically. It would go down vertically, splitting Dante down in the middle, but then he would just grow back. As he would say, "I really wish you two would stop playing that stupid game of cutting me in half. We wish you would leave, but we know you're not going to do that. Let's go, kid." They would both charge back in. Asta's hand would start to be concentrating light magic into it, as Yami and him would run around. Yami would attack while Asta would be sending like Phalite shows the orbs and the spikes. Firing those, Dante would be dodging them or blocking them, right? Asta then would run in, as he would say, "Light magic, Angel's hand," as he would boom collide with Dante's chest, as it would boom another after the angelic being, the angel of four wings, would appear behind him and also punch Dante or punch the air, causing another magic like shockwave or explosion, something akin to that, right? It would blow a hole through Dante's chest and it would launch him with, and then Yami would use dark magic, dark cloak, death thrust. I stuttered. I went the thrust. I'm gonna redo that. I need to redeem myself. Dark magic, dark cloaked, death thrust. Using his spell along with Angel's hand, they would both cause two massive holes within Dante. Dante, they wouldn't stop there. They would go on offensive again, attacking. Dante wouldn't be able to get enough time to heal both, but yet he would be able to semi heal, as he would be sending meteors at them, but they would just break them. Asta just feeling like he would just go straight through them, like drilling a hole through them, as Yami would just cut them in half. Asta would go, he would stop in midair, as Yami would go up ahead and do more fighting with Dante one on one. Asta would be he would be charging, he would be condensing mana again. And once Yami would back away, Asta would say, "True light magic, light of the sun." Multiple rings with runes in them would appear above Dante. Dante would look up as a massive amount of mana would fire down as a massive beam of light, looking like it would be straight out of the sun, would incinerate Dante, burning him from head to toe. But yet Dante did block, so he would be able to semi-escape. Well, not semi, but he would be able to block it, but he would still be very much hit still by this attack. After it would hit him, it would be mid-evening into the darkness of night. They would have defeated Dante. Well, for the first time. But he would escape via a spatial spell, and Yami would still end up being took by the Dark Triad. As another member of the Dark Triad would appear, this being Xenon. Multiple bone spears would go through him and Asta, but here's the thing. Things would happen. Those clones would instantly intervene, attacking Xenon. Xenon just taking them out easily, though, and Asta would fall. And Xenon would take Yami and his grimoire. And yeah, that's where I'm going to end it here for today. Well, I don't know. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope to see you on the next Asta What If you're interested. It's going to be up next Monday, the 13th, hopefully. Yeah, I think it's the 13th. It should be the third. I think it is. I hope it is. Because if I'm wrong, it's just this up and coming Monday. Okay, Well, I mean, by the time you're watching this, I don't know when you're gonna watch this, but Monday, the Monday after this is uploaded, okay, will be the first part of What If Asta. I'm gonna leave that there. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it for you if you just want to wait or want to go check the post. I'm not gonna say it. Okay, that's your own. That's your own choice. Okay. So, anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope to see you all next time. I hope you have a great whenever you're watching this, the rest of your day or rest of your morning, evening, night, afternoon. I don't know when you're watching this, but you do. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, I didn't do my water bit. Completely forgot. But anyways, yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all in the next What If. And yeah, roll the dice. And goodbye.